Okay, testing our audio. La-di-da-di-da. That doesn't even fit in the frame. Oh, that's better. A return to form. A beige box. A big, beautiful beige box. So in case you missed the last video, I moved halfway across the planet. I'm living in Italy now. My neighbor down the road has a guest house that she decided to show me around just for funsies. And I noticed this in the storage room. It was sitting in the corner. And I just mentioned in passing, hey, I make YouTube videos about computers just like this. And she basically said, oh, really? Well, if you want to mess with it, try to get it working. I don't think it works. So she asked her husband and he just said, yeah, I mean, yeah, you can have that for free if you'd like. No worries. So they very generously let me take this home. Thank you guys very much if you're watching. The goal today with this is we're going to try our darndest to get this thing to boot up properly with the hard drive that's in it so that any information that's on there or whatever, I can back up, like family photos, things like that, and I can give back to the rightful owners. This is a DeX. What is a DeX, you may ask? That's actually a good question. Let me go Google that real quick, actually. Okay, well, I just looked it up and all I could find is this exact PC case on eBay. So I don't know, maybe they're a case manufacturer. If our sticker is anything to go by, this thing's got an AMD Duron in it. I think that's like kind of AMD's version of the Intel Celeron. This thing is in really good shape. So let's go ahead and get it opened up here. Pull that. And alrighty then. You direct your attention to the interior. That is 9 bad caps. No doubt all of the same capacitance. To put it in very basic terms, these are designed to smooth out voltages going through any piece of circuitry. It's kind of like the suspension on a car, you know? It just smooths out that power delivery to certain components. And it makes things last longer and run more stable. Now that is a lot of bad caps on this board. If this were a crappy junkyard PC that I didn't necessarily care about, I would just send it with these caps. But I care about this motherboard, even though it appears to be very budget for the era. We got AGP, and we only have 2 PCI slots. Case slots will never be occupied by anything with this motherboard in it. What are we rocking with for RAM? Let's take a gander. What do we have? We have 120 megabyte Hyundai stick. That's right, around the same time they were making the Picanto, they were making RAM, I guess, unless it's not the same company. I'm sure someone in the comments will let me know that. And it would appear that those are matching sticks. So we got a grand total of 256 megs of RAM. That is, yeah, that's early XP numbers. If I had to wager a guess, I would say this thing is running Windows XP. The back sticker tells us that this thing is running Millennium Edition, and don't you dare steal that Microsoft product code. No, I see you looking. All right, let's get the motherboard out of this thing and put some caps in it, shall we? Man, it feels good to be working on these old machines again. This is really the reason I started the channel, was because I just really enjoyed just basic old retro PC kind of resurrection. Just got a little wacky with the junkyard stuff. And I know that stuff is really entertaining, but I just really enjoy this kind of thing. Just gonna go ahead and do the Picasso method here, getting the bristles in the tough to reach spots. Loosening the dust and then inhaling it. I should probably just invest in one of those like USB-C air blower things. Let's get this fan off here. Wait, nice catch. Oh my. That's a lot of dust on that. That's definitely not cooling very well anymore. I'm gonna go ahead and brush this out outside. Okay, that looks a lot better. You're supposed to use a flathead on this, push down and pry it up like that. Well, that seems to have done the trick. That looks like original paste to me. Get to doing these caps. So same old rigmarole as in my other videos. I'm just heating up the pads with flux and gently tugging on the other side, making sure not to pull any of the solder out of the back of the board. Alrighty, we got our first row of bad caps here, and goodness gracious, if you see one bad cap and you see twins that are not bad, best to go ahead and just replace it anyway, because I mean, I think out of this whole batch, and they're like all bulging. I mean, the whole thing just went bad. And that's usually how it works, because I mean, if one's gonna go, pretty much every single one that's the same brand and capacitance, you'll usually just see, they all go bad. So this is what the top of a cap should look like. Nice and flat, very nice. This one, no good, no bueno. And this is a pretty common thing with PCs of this era. So if ever you buy an old beige box and it's the XP era, then expect this. However, 9X stuff, like 98 beforehand, usually okay. I pretty much never have to replace caps. This is probably like a year 2000-ish kind of thing, maybe 2001, 2002. This is very small, so it's delicate work. I'm literally just taking these pins, pushing them through the front side of the motherboard and just poking them out as I heat the pads up and then following it up with a little bit of solder. It's not pretty, does the trick. I've done this quite a bit. This is routine work, honestly, and most of the time when I do stuff like this and I don't record it, I feel kind of guilty because I'm like, man, I should probably be posting this on YouTube. But you know what? No. I want to share this with the world. I want to spread the joy of whatever this is. So I think it was safe that I just do that before I attempt any kind of software-y stuff. But now that that's out of the way, I'm just gonna redo the thermal paste here, replace the CMOS battery, and put the whole shebang back together, fire it on, and see what happens. And for those of you that are just getting into this stuff and you're watching my videos, thermal paste, I believe, has a shelf life of like 5 years, they say. So this being a nearly 25-year, probably more than 25-year-old computer, I think it's safe to say it needed it. So I do not like these socket A coolers, Sam I am. I do not like them, no I am. I don't like using a flathead and putting a bunch of pressure in the direction of the motherboard. Okay, because if it slips, then you'll just go boink. Socket A is terrible. Also, some of you might be asking, hey, where's that TV that you made a short about? And to that I say, I have it, it's sitting over there. But I live alone, so that's a 32-inch widescreen CRT. It probably weighs about 120 pounds. So moving it around is actually just so much of a bear that I am just gonna put it on the back burner for now. I did mess with that thing a little bit, and I kinda almost got it to work, but it'll be a future video. I already have a lot of footage shot for that. I am really not a fan of this style of CMOS battery holder. I mean, how am I supposed to get that out? Do I have to like bend these little tabs here? I don't even know. I don't like this. This feels like playing Operation. All right, I think that's good. Anyone that pokes around on this PC now is gonna know that this is not the original CMOS because it's an Amazon Basics brand. Well, that's that. Motherboard, go back, everything get plugged back in, give it a test. So what you may ask, am I going to use for a monitor for this bad boy? Lucky for me, Facebook Marketplace is still a thing over here in Italy. And I got myself a high-screen MS 1780p. Wow, that's a lot more than 1080p. Why are more people using these bad boys? This thing cost me 100 euros, along with some matching speakers. There we go, we got some powered speakers, some Typhoons. Now, unfortunately, beggars can't be choosers, and this monitor is missing a swivel stand, which is never fun. To me, the stand is really what sets a monitor apart, so I went on eBay and I bought this for about 30 euros. It's certainly not for this monitor, but it could be. I'll find out a way to attach this to the bottom of this monitor at some point, but for now, just for testing purposes, we're just gonna leave it sitting there on the table looking like its legs got chopped off. And speaking of eBay, I got this genuine, made in Germany, cherry keyboard with proper lubricated cherry switches. D91 275 for all you keyboard nerds out there. Cherry stuff is very cool, and it matched the red logo here on the high screen monitor and the Typhoon speakers, and I believe High Screen is also a German brand, but you can correct me if I'm wrong about that. We're booting. That's awesome. That's really good. So we got American Megatrends AmBIOS 2000. Yeah, so this is a 26-year-old BIOS. Load best performance settings, I guess. Avvio de Windows non riuscito il problema. Will activate Windows normally. We got XPage. XP is going to make it far easier than Millennium Edition or any kind of 9X install to back up whatever is on this thing. So that's super good news. I'm really happy about that. Avvio to Windows in Corso. Okay, so we're in. It works. We are in Windows XP. And there were about 30 documents on here. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, that is a sign of a possible flyback on its way out on this monitor, but that's fine. Let's not worry about that. This desktop had about 40 Word documents on it at the moment I started it up, all with personal names and things of that nature. So I have gone ahead and hidden those just for the sake of my neighbor's privacy, obviously. Thankfully, they decided to just use the word user as their username, so that's cool. I can go ahead and open the start menu. Alrighty then, now begins the fun task of figuring out how the hell to change this to a language that I can understand more easily. Yes, I might live here, but I have just started learning Italian. Ho bisogno di imparare l'italiano. As they say, piano piano, which is Italian for slowly, you know, takes time. You can also say piano piano if you're aggressively reminding your friend that keeps forgetting which instrument you play. Oy, oy, oy. That's bad. That is not good. That is the opposite of good. Hell, stop doing that. Oh, I guess it didn't matter where you were in the world. No family PC was immune to janky antivirus. Dude, look at this monitor. This thing is not long for this world. Now, a lot of CRT enthusiasts are like, dude, turn it off, dude. I don't really care about this thing anymore. I'm kind of salty about it, and I kind of want to get something else anyway. But we'll see what happens. Oh, no. Alrighty, let's do what we always do when it comes to... Oh, jeez. Oh, professional YouTuber. Maybe we got music in the music folder. No, we got the default Windows music. Do we have anything in BearShare? Yes, we do! Oh my goodness. Ziggy Marley and Lauryn Hill. A One Love cover. I still think the default Windows Media Player skin is a nice looking skin. I mean, I know there's like cool, different media player skins you can use, but this is just classic. Come on now. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, the typhoons don't sound so good. And also, I'm holding down the power button on this one to get it to make this sound. That's good. That's very good. This is beautiful music. This must be a remix. Let me turn it all the way up. Is that the speakers? That's definitely the speakers. So if I let go, you can't hear anything. If I hold it down, we're left with that. Very nice. I'm really glad I paid $100 for this monitor that's flickering and has a cracked flyback, and these two powered speakers that just don't work. Excellent. This is my only VGA monitor. I don't even have like a 4x3 LCD or anything like I did back home because, well, I just got here. Well, I went ahead and got everything backed up on this thing, so it's time to play a video game because, you know, I like to game. I'm a gamer guy. So we're gonna go ahead and install Driver. This, fun fact, was the very first video game I ever played. Like, ever. It was actually this exact copy that I still have to this day. And it looks like might have had some coffee or something spilled on it at some point. I should probably clean that out. Anyways, I believe my first console video game I ever played was Gran Turismo 2. So yeah, I do like, I like machines and vehicles because of the fact that I grew up playing games about them. I love this intro. It's so cinematic. What's he gonna go drive? He is the driver after all, so he needs a machine with which to do his driving. Ah, yes. The Stang. Feels like a Silent Hill 2 cutscene. Uh-oh. Crikey, it's the Rosas. Yeah! Whoa, look at those crash physics. Hey, now welcome to the hardest tutorial level of any racing game on Earth. Okay, I've done a burnout. So you gotta do everything up here within 60 seconds of the time starting. And if that seems like it would be easy, it is not. Also, if you crash 3 times, I believe you fail. I don't remember the controls on this game, like, at all. Burnout, handbrake, did a 180 and a 360 there. Okay, we got speed. We gotta do a lap. This thing just roasts the tires. All right, I'm sorry, man, I'm sorry. A Miami getaway or a San Francisco getaway? I like San Francisco because it reminds me of the movie Bullet. As a kid, I don't think there's anything cooler than a car chase. Do kids these days still think car chases are badass? Or do they just like Five Nights at Freddy's or whatever these days? I'm getting absolutely... Oh man, this game is really hard. Well, that's gonna have to do it for this video. Pretty happy with how this thing came together, and I will be using it in the future, I guess. I have quite the collection of old PC games that I brought along with me when I moved, so I needed a machine to play them, and here we go. Thanks for watching, and yeah, see you next time.